think it's something intangible and inexplicable that drives me. It feels like there are also 1,000 ancestors in my heart that are constantly giving me a nudge in this way or that way. They always give me direction.
That direction has led Lilly Little Water to 30 years of conducting social justice campaigns for Native Americans. She is CEO of the South Carolina Indian Affairs Commission, where she organized the Indigenous Women's Alliance Committee. She's also supported veterans, families, and children. She says her ancestors give her direction, but the path is not always clear.
There are so many directions to go in the Indian community and with any kind of human rights, especially Native American rights, because there are so many things that need to be resolved. The human rights violations that are continually happening in the American community currently are Indian child removal, and that would be unethical Indian child removal. So many Indian children, Native American children, are removed from their parents because, for one thing, poverty is not neglect. It's misunderstood that the opportunities are their value systems that they learn in their tribes and in their ceremonies that they grow up experiencing.
She also cites serious issues faced by American Indian women.
It's a very hard thing to talk about. There are almost 6,000 missing and murdered American Indian women throughout the United States and Canada. As a matter of fact, one of the hot spots that we have learned about is on the border of North and South Carolina.
These and other issues motivate Little Water to do whatever she can to raise awareness on human rights and challenges arising from poverty. From organizing Pow Wows to preserve and strengthen the Native American culture, to lobbying for legislation to make a difference, and even to being arrested.
The first time that I went to jail, I was 17 years old, and I was protesting the development of South Carolina barrier islands and some of the ecosystems there. And that was a little bit scary then. I was very young. I had no idea what I was really getting myself into. I just knew that it was something that had to be done. And when something has to be done to make changes, sometimes you have to do extreme things.
Little Water is from one of the tribes of the Lakota, the Seven Council Fires.
I am Minikanju Achedisakoan. That is what some people call a part of the Sioux tribe. My father is Irish, which I'm equally proud of, and also he came originally from Cape Fear Indians in North Carolina, which are now a part of the Lumbee. I'm a military brat. More Native Americans serve in the United States Armed Services than any other ethnicity per populace. And I had the privilege of living outside of the United States, Tehran American School, and it taught me a much broader horizon as a Native American person. So I was able to relate to their love of culture and the love of their land.
And that love of culture has developed into a keen sense of humanity.
I think it is a bit instinctual. I think that it comes also from my traditional values, in that I relate to everyone as a relative. I especially learned this from my father. He was one of those people who would sit on the side of your bed and tell you stories until you went to sleep. And he would often tell me stories of great people. And he would always say, before I would go to sleep, Terry, don't be a follower, be a leader. Be like one of these people. And so I got a lot of that from him.